I wanted to provide a little context for this following video. So this is the location we're in. This is San Francisco Bay here in the distance, the southern end of it. So then you've got all the cities that are along the bay here, probably Sunnyvale, Mountain View, Palo Alto. I think this might be Stanford University over here. And then this large ridge here is named Montebello Ridge, and it forms the northern side of Stevens Creek Canyon. So Stevens Creek flows down here following the path of the San Andreas Fault. And then on the southern side, you've got the Pacific Plate, and that forms the southern side of the canyon. And ever since I've been riding my bike up here, I've always wondered if it would be possible to hike out of the canyon up to the top of Montebello Ridge. There are no official trails along here. There is one farther up the canyon. It's called Indian Creek Trail, and it's basically an old ranch road or fire road. But I wanted to go up someplace along here. So let's jump into this video and we'll see if that is possible. So I'm hiking up the Waterwheel Creek Trail as I call it. And yeah, this part here is really sketchy. I don't think anything's been through here in a while, and I kind of lost the trail, but then I got back, followed my GPS track from last year. You can see this stretch here just goes through the grass, and I guess nothing's walked through here since the grass grew up. But yeah, we're getting up to where you got a bit of a view over there. I'm still a little puzzled by this trail. Up until about a month ago, I figured this was maybe an old Native American trail, but this section of the trail, this has been worked. Somebody's been in here like with a pick and shovel or something, and I'm wondering if this might be an old mountain bike trail that somebody built, because this looks a lot like a bermed turn here. But this is the only thing I see on this whole trail that looks like it's been touched. There's a few places where a little bit of dirt has been moved and rocks and whatnot, but the rest of this trail is like 40-degree slope. There's hardly a track through the ground. If it was an old mountain bike track, it hasn't been used very recently, and it probably didn't get used much even at the time. This is the only puzzling spot on this whole trail, is somebody worked this. I mean, this has been dug out, and dirt has been moved here. Yeah, I'd never noticed that before. There is proof that this has been worked. Yeah, I didn't see that last time. There's an old shovel. Look at that. Yeah, I didn't see that the last two times I've been up here. Yeah, I guess the guy left his shovel. Yeah, that would be a tough shovel for digging, though. They must have had a pick up here, too, or something to chew into this rock. It could be both. It could be like an old Native American trail, and then somebody kind of reworked it into a mountain bike track. It is almost impossible to walk up here, and even going down, it's hard to walk down. I couldn't imagine riding this on a bike, but some of those guys with the full suspension mountain bikes, they do crazy stuff. But yeah, look at that down in the canyon there. Really nice view up here. Yeah, I've come up about a third of a mile, a little over a third, probably around 1,800 feet. I've got probably 300 or 400 feet more to go up. Okay, making it farther up the hill here. And here we're up close to the ridge line. And you can see whoever put this trail in was very aware of that greasewood, because we're probably 50 feet away from it. But the trail just kind of goes up here, and it just parallels the ridge line, but down about 50 feet. Up till now, the trail's been following the ridge, but now it's cut over, and it's kind of just side hilling up the ridge. Because if you go up to the ridge, you hit that stuff. So yeah, whoever built this trail knew what they were doing. So this was one of the first trails that I started noticing. It's like this trail, there's no brush, There's one down tree on the whole trail, right back by that berm turn. And otherwise, this trail doesn't get any maintenance. Aside from being very faint, it's in very good shape. So whoever put this trail in really knew what they were doing. It doesn't require any maintenance. I mean, it's steeper than all get out, but they followed the path of least resistance basically, and very minimal construction done up here. So yeah, I don't know if this was an old trail that suddenly got reused or what the story is with it, but yeah, it's kind of a neat little trail to follow up here. It requires some good route finding. There's places where I lost the trail coming up, and luckily I had a track and I was able to get back to my track. A little over 4/10 of a mile now. I think it follows the ridge here, kind of paralleling the ridge, and then at some point it cuts up the ridge, gets really steep. It's kind of rocky and just straight up the side of the hill. That's the worst part of the trail. Okay, I made it up to the top of the ridge, and then there's this big grove of trees, so I cut across all the way over and kept following my hillshade map until I ran into this. This is the old road. It's pretty faint there, but you can see it goes up this way, and it looks like it's pretty clear. So this road comes down here, and then it makes a switchback and goes up there, and then there's another road that comes down the gully. Yeah, when I was looking at the hillshade map, I couldn't tell how steep and how brushy this hill was, but when I started coming up here, the slope is just not too bad, and it's all under trees, so there's no brush. You just have to kind of weave around all the down trees and branches and whatnot. But I came out and went around this little meadow and got up here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just book up here. This road should just go around here, and then it should hit the Waterwheel Creek Trail. So I think I just have enough time on this trip to go up and touch Waterwheel Creek Trail, and then I've got to start heading down. But yeah, I made it. This is about 2,250 feet elevation here. Okay, came up around there. There's a big grove of trees right around that corner there. It gets a little tricky. There's a couple of other roads down below, so it's hard to pick out the right one, but this is Waterwheel Creek Trail, and this is the trail that goes to the bottom of Waterwheel Creek. So it's 0.95 miles, just short of a mile, and I'm probably about 1,000 feet of climbing. And let's see, it took me about an hour and a half to get up here, losing the trail a few times and then trying to find this road here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to turn around. I touched Waterwheel Creek Trail. There's my shoe that's full of stickers. I'm going to spend an hour or two pulling all the stickers and cheatgrass and everything out. Yeah, just completely covered because all this grass and then all the weeds and stuff down there. But yes, it is doable. So yeah, I came up here last fall and scouted out this likely road here, and then followed my trail up from last June. I came up to that grove of trees and then just sort of aimed for this road on the hillshade map, and I finally ran into it. And yeah, it's not too bad from here down to the grove of trees. Once you get through the grove of trees, it gets pretty tough. Yeah, I think I've connected this up. I have wanted to hike up to the top of the canyon here. This is basically, well, not quite the top. I mean, that's the top of the ridge. Montebello Ridge is up there. If you were so inclined, you could hike up Waterwheel Creek Trail and get back up to the top of the ridge. But I've wanted to hike from the bottom of the canyon to the top of the canyon. There is a trail upstream. It's called the Indian Creek Trail, and it's like an actual road. This is almost bushwhacking. It's following a faint little trail and then roads at the top. So yeah, pretty cool. So I'm gonna turn around. It's getting late and I've got to just start heading down the hill, because it's probably about 45 minutes down, and then I've got to get on the bike and about an hour and a half to ride home. And I'll probably be home after sunset today. Yeah, the hillshade map is the key piece to finding this route up here. So yeah, I do want to come back up here because there are so many roads down here. You know, like right down there, there's another road. There's that one. That road goes down. These are all roads kind of like terraces. And there's roads that go over to the other side of the canyon over there. Yeah, definitely got to come back up here. I don't know if I'm going to make it up again this spring. It's getting pretty grassy and weedy, and it's starting to warm up here. Because once it hits 70, that's when the ticks and everything start coming out. There might be one more week, but I'll have to play it by ear. But yeah, anyway, this goes through. You can hike from the top of Waterwheel Creek to the bottom of Waterwheel Creek. So this will be about a 2-mile loop, or a 2-mile out and back, I guess. So as always, thanks for watching.